right. Oh, hey buddies. Mate, I feel like you have all these guitars, but you never really talk about them in this channel. What do you mean, Ordep? Of course I talk about my love for guitars. Don't you watch my vlogs? Mate, we both know that your vlogs never really do good on the channel. Mainly because they don't have me in it. Hey buddies. Yeah, we're doing this again, but I love doing it. I mean, mate, all you ever talk about here is how much you love your job. Let's go! Isn't guitar what made you start this channel and what made you got into rock and metal? Well, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong about that part. But still, I always bring up that I'm in a band, and also I always bring up that I'm the lead guitarist of that band. And speaking of the band, our album Confessions and Other Lies is out in all streaming platforms right now. Link in description below. Mate. That was a horrible ad. Oh, come on, man. We literally spent $3,200 and a lot of time making this album. So I think I deserve to tell everybody about this album that we spent so much time and money on. Well, you're not wrong, mate. I never really see you go more in depth with your instruments, or I never even seen you talk about your instruments. I guess you're right, Word Up. It is time for a rig rundown. Hello guys! So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and it's something that a lot of you guys have been asking me for. Today, we're going to look at my guitars and my guitar gear, because for some reason you guys really want to see that. But before we get started with that, a little word from our sponsor. And the sponsor today is my band. My band has released our first album, and it's available on all streaming platforms. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, we're even on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description below. It won't cost you anything if you're paying for a streaming service, or if you know somebody that's paying for a streaming service. Oh, you can even listen to it on YouTube, which is completely free, so just give it a listen. And another thing, my Discord server for the channel is still up. If you're interested in it, link will be in the description below. But I also do have a private Discord server that I am mostly active on, which is on my Patreon. My Patreon link would also be in the description below. Check it out if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But anyways, let's get started with this video. Now, before we get started with talking about the guitars that I have, first I'm going to talk to you guys about the live gear that I use. Now, the amp that I have right now at this moment is an acoustic G120. Now, do I recommend this amp? No, it's nowhere close to a Marshall or an Orange, but I will say it does the job for me at least. I just needed an amp that's loud enough to fill up a room, and that's what I got out of the acoustic G120. Not only that, but this amp was $112. Like, I could not pass that deal up. I bought it at a Guitar Center. It was used, and you're gonna notice this, that I buy a lot of my gear secondhand. Yeah, this thing is a freaking beast. Oh my god. It's either really heavy or I'm just really weak. Could be that. Anyways, the next thing we're going to talk about is my pedal board and all the pedals in it. So this is my pedal board, isn't it? It's beautiful, isn't it? Now the first pedal I'm going to show you is my tuner pedal. If you're going to start a pedal board, please get a tuning pedal. Then the next thing it's connected to is my wah pedal, you know, cheap crybaby wah. You can buy it for like 80 bucks at any Guitar Center or any music store in general. And then connected to that is my whammy pedal. Now, if you guys have listened to the album, I've used this thing a lot. This thing has saved me whenever I've run out of ideas for doing solos. Yes, I will work on that. Next thing we got on there is the Digitech Grunge pedal. I don't use this as much as I used to, because next to it is the MXR Distortion Plus. Now, Joey, if you're watching this, Joey's my bass player for my band, by the way. Give him a follow. If you're watching this, thank you for letting me borrow this thing. This pedal is amazing because it has a built-in noise gate, so literally every time you're not playing your guitar, it just blocks the sound. There's no hum, there's no nothing. It's just complete silence, which I love about that pedal. And last but not least, we got this Behringer pedal. I just keep it on the delay channel for this thing because I don't really use the other channels it has on it. The delay in it sounds amazing, and I actually use it a lot live, especially for our song Psychosis, which is this song right here. But yeah, guys, that is my pedal board and that is my amp. Let's get started in talking about the guitars. First guitar we're going to talk about is my Dave Mustaine signature Dean Flying V. Now you guys are wondering, I have a signature model, and that must have costed me an arm and a leg, right? Not really. So I was at a Guitar Center one day and I was looking at the guitars that they had used, and I saw this Dean Dave Mustaine Flying V signature model for $142. But literally, I remember looking at this guitar and I was just like, I need a drop for this guitar. This is something that you cannot pass. So that's what I did. This thing is amazing. I use this thing live all the time because it's super light. It is the most metal looking guitar in general. I remember using it for the very first concert that I had with my band, MIDWAY, BREAKWAY. Again, check us out. And if this thing gets broken or stolen, like, I did not lose much because I only paid $142 for it, but at the same time, it is a Dave Mustaine signature model, so don't steal it. Alright, this next guitar, I kind of already put it in retirement, and I don't really use it for anything anymore, and that guitar is Emma. Now, Emma is a fake Strat that I got off of Amazon. I got it for my birthday whenever I was 14. And just letting you guys know that the guitar did not look like this whenever I got it. I actually modified it back in 2018. And this is how it used to sound like. So if you guys don't know, I modified the bridge pickup with a humbucker I found off of Amazon for $11. I was not planning to spend that much on this really cheap guitar. Not only that, but I even switched out the neck for a maple neck. But yeah, the only time I've ever used this thing live was back whenever my buddy Cliff was still in high school and I played a show with him in high school. Now, will I ever destroy this guitar? No. Again, this guitar has so much value to me. I named it Emma. Don't know why I named it Emma, but that's just what I thought about. But yeah, Emma's just basically a display piece for me now, and it's just the guitar that started it all for me. This next guitar that I'm going to show you guys is actually one that has boosted my guitar playing to the next level, and that guitar is my white Epiphone Les Paul. Now, I know for a fact you guys have seen me with this one. I use it in a bunch of my videos. For those who knew me, I used it a lot live. Not only that, but this is the exact guitar you can hear in the record. Now, how I got this guitar was, I was 16 years old. I was trying to get up into guitar playing again, but then I realized that my Strat really couldn't handle anything that I could do. I needed something that felt better than that really fake crappy guitar, and this is the guitar that I got. Love it even more now that I've recorded a whole album with it. I actually will rarely play this live unless, like, if I'm playing at a sold out big venue type of show, I will play this live. It's not retired live, but I will play it live if that's the case. But yeah, no, this guitar has just been with me through a lot. It's been through the first couple shows I did in high school, as you can see here. Now you guys are wondering, what other guitar am I going to use live if it's not going to be this one? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Let me talk to you guys about my honorable mentions of guitars that I use and guitars that I don't have anymore. Alright, so the first guitar I have in the honorable mentions is my Ibanez. I don't know the model name, but I'll just put it right here. Yeah, that's the model name. But yeah, I had to put the Ibanez on this list because I know a lot of you guys might be asking where it went or where to go, because I did use it a lot for some cover videos. But yeah, the main reason why I sold it, well, it's because it's a Floyd Rose. You guys ever mess with the Floyd Rose?
You sold your Floyd Rose? Why would you do that?
Yes, Cletus, I sold my Ibanez. Well, what's it to you?
Well, then why won't you just pay somebody to fix your Floyd Rose?
Okay, but do you have $50 or $80 to get that guitar tuned or restrung?
No, but Floyd Roses are cool and they're good for metal. I don't know why you sell yours.
I know, they're good for metal and all that, but again, it's a Floyd Rose. Have you ever messed with one, Cletus?
Stop questioning me.
Exactly. If you guys like Floyd Roses, I will recommend them, but just a big warning, you do gotta know what you're doing with them. The next one on this list is my bass. I sold my bass. It was a knockoff bass I bought off of Amazon for $60. Only reason why I bought it was because I listened to The Less I Know The Better by Tame Impala, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know that bass riff. And the last one I got on the honorable mentions is my Gibson Maestro. I wouldn't say this is an official Gibson guitar because this thing costed me $60 at a pawn shop. And the only reason why I have an acoustic is because, well, I mean, if you're an electric guitar player, at least own one acoustic because it's a different world and it's honestly pretty nice to have an acoustic every now and then. Now, let's get into the guitar that all of you guys have been waiting for. This guitar is actually a brand new guitar that I recently got at the time of making this video. And that is my Epiphone Les Paul Jr.
You put stickers on your guitar? Why would you do that? That's such poser crap.
Cletus, how does putting stickers on my guitar make me a poser?
Well, actually, I don't know.
Anyways, now you guys are wondering, what is this big piece of crap? Yes, I recently just got this guitar. Now, the reasons why I got this guitar, two big reasons. I didn't want to use my white Epiphone Les Paul to play live because, again, I move around a lot. I don't want that thing to break. My white Epiphone Les Paul just means a lot to me. And not only that, I recorded the record with that guitar too, so if any of those things happen to that guitar, I'm really gonna feel bad. And the big thing why I got a Les Paul Jr. is because it's super light. If you guys ever play with a Les Paul live, if you guys ever play with a full-size Les Paul live, that thing is heavy. But if you play with a Les Paul Jr., that thing is like light, and I love it. This thing took a real bad beating, and you guys will see that in the live video. And I can't believe I actually revived it, even though after snapping the neck, but it's fixed back together. I even put a little duct tape in the back, as you guys can see. But yeah, no, this guitar is just being held on by duct tape and a lot of love. This thing is just like me. Wow, that was sad.
Nobody likes me, nobody wants me, nobody cares at all.
But yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out the links below. Check out my band. Follow my band on Instagram. Check out my band on Spotify and iTunes. And yeah, hope you guys like this video.